Here's Lee. Dalglish. No foul by Walk, but Lee kept going. And it's Whelan. Ronnie Whelan arriving at the right time.
Arriving at the right time was always one of Ronnie Whelan's strengths as a Liverpool player. He also arrived at the right time for an incredibly successful Anfield career. He burst onto the scene scoring 14 goals in the 1981-82 season, a championship season, a record 13th title for Liverpool. Young Ronnie just took it in his stride.
It was a funny feeling actually getting into that team. Such names as Dalglish, Souness, Rush, Hansen, players that were household names, and I was like 19, 20. To break into it was a tremendous achievement, I thought, but to stay in was the main part. But they were great people as well. They're all down-to-earth lads, great footballers, and it was a great time we had together.
The team was a cocktail of youth and experience. Whelan broke through with another youngster by the name of Ian Rush. Both had great tutors. Whelan was guided by Graham Souness. Rush was guided by Kenny Dalglish.
They seemed to work very hard at that, helping the younger lads coming in, the likes of me and Rushy at the time. And it wasn't really that difficult to play when you're playing with such good players. You've got to look at Souness and Dalglish. Souness could boss a match on his own. He could tell you where to go, he could do his own job at the same time. He was tremendous at that.
Richardson tussling, so too is Ratcliffe. And it breaks for Lee. And now Dalglish against Ross. Trying to jockey one of those positions that he's so good at. And Souness! Courtesy of Dalglish.
The 81-82 season brought a double of the League and League Cup. Ronnie Whelan really established himself in the Wembley final against Spurs.
Archibald all the way! Spurs in the lead, 11 minutes gone. Dalglish couldn't get to it, but he might get to this. Villa going in there, using his shoulder. Johnson playing it in. Whelan! Ronnie Whelan makes it 1-1 with a little under 4 minutes to go.
It all looked lost at that time, and then I can remember Davy Johnson kicking in from the right, and I more or less just swung my foot at it. Luckily for me, I went in the bottom corner past Glenn.
Well, that was Ardila's mistake, and it's Rush. And now it's Dalglish. He's onside. Is this the decisive moment? He's played for Whelan, and he's done it again. That's astonishing. The first time he's ever played at Wembley, and he's got 2 of the goals. Ronnie Whelan.
I remember Kenny had it, and I didn't think he was ever going to give it to me. But he held it, and then just give it to me at the last minute, which was probably the right thing to do. And it bubbled up off me. Luckily, I was in a bit of space, and I just hit it, but I couldn't have missed from there. Just flew in the top.
No, it falls for Sammy Lee. And what about that for a ball? Inviting Ian Rush to make a charge, to take it round Price, to play it for David Johnson. Stopped by Clements, but it's not away yet. Rush! 3-1. And now there's no coming back for Tottenham.
I think that team and the double winning team with Liverpool were probably... You would have to go a long way to get better teams than them, club teams.
And how did it feel to be part of it?
No, it's great when you look back at it now and you think, well, I was part of them great teams. It's very satisfying for me.